So left-hand one here was before. So the green line I've drawn there now is not the one we previously saw there, where the club would get back to about here somewhere and then whip quite a long way inside. So that club head now is inside and a little bit open, yeah? The only way you can get that club to go in there is by just rolling your forearm. So you open the club face up and then you're just going to flatten off the club quite a lot unless you make some adjustments. So the club starts working flat here now and then you go, okay, I've got to start tipping that club. So I'll lift my arm. So your body kind of stops rotating, the knees kind of go full and your arm just sort of lift up here now and get the club to the top of the backswing. A little bit over the top and across and just a bit cramped in here now. Trying to respond to that movement, okay? So the feel you've got to try to produce to get away from that is the move when I came in here and I did that. And I pushed down here, turned that right hip. Now that felt really exaggerated there. But look at it, yeah? If you look at that image we saw with Tiger on the other video, okay? That's pretty much where his club was. If I actually get out of the way, I think we do. There you go. So you want to whip it in there still, but there was good, yeah? You want to take it in there. That's a bit, there you go. So that's kind of where we're looking to try and produce it. The arm now is under the shoulder more. There's a lot less daylight between you. You're not sort of spreading your elbows and folding it this way, okay? So that's where your practice needs to be. So you've got to practice that movement here. So as you go back, there we go. Bit on the inside, but less, yeah? So the hands here now, we want that club to basically be what we call outside the hands. That's a little bit inside. That's a lot inside. Okay, so we're trying to move within that. And generally what I would say for most golfers there, Matt, between basically your hands and your backside is an okay position. When it starts going out there, then we've got too much of a problem to try and sort of fix, to be fair. So that was okay there. Got a bit inside on that one. As you can, but the club face now, you can see is a lot stronger in terms of that rather than fanned open, which is a good thing anyway. Okay, that was better. That's better, yeah? So if you had the stick on your leg there, that would be sort of brushing down your leg there as you go back. So you're thinking more, rather than push away, you're pushing down with that left wrist, yeah? That's what's going to keep the club more in front of you. So when you get to back here, that's probably got a little bit more on the inside slightly here, okay? So you're pushing down. So you come back here again, so you're pushing down with that. There you go, good. Right, okay. So the top of the club feels like it's going down, yeah? So you did all that. So that was a good movement there now, okay? So that's good there. Take that one all the club stays outside your hand nicely, okay? Then you sort of do this all the time, then you come to the golf ball now. Okay, when you're over the golf ball now, we're just hitting it. And what we would hope, having done nearly a minute of that practice, if that was where your club was there, roughly speaking, we would want to be somewhere inside there. So as the club goes back now, no, don't panic, don't rush it.
Nervous.
Hang on, there you go. Yeah, it's good. There you go. So that club is there. It's in a decent spot, to be fair. Okay. But it took you a minute to get there. Now, obviously, on the golf course, you haven't got the luxury of standing there for a minute to do that. So you probably find, if it gets there in a minute of practice, okay, which I say, if you can do it 2 minutes a day every day,
that will come.
Exactly. If you did 30 seconds of practice, you're probably going to be there. If you do 20 seconds, you're probably there somewhere. So the less time on the golf course we have, the less quality it's going to be, or the movement's not going to be as good. But if you can practice at home, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes a day, this will then become what you do. So when you're at the top of the backswing here now, club's not quite as far across the line. As you come back to golf ball, reasonable strike there and move to target. Ball flying fairly straight, a bit of a cutty-ish one, but that was fine. It was straight-ish and towards target. But that feeling is going to be the main thing. So when you're making a swing, I would say for me, make sure you got to turn it. The one fault you had, and it stands to reason because you're probably thinking so much about the club itself, that hip here has got to move. If that doesn't move, that's when you get that pulley one, yeah? Because what will happen is you'll get here, you'll do a good movement here, haven't got the movement there. When you get here now you start turning your hips, where's that club going to go? You've got to swing in the swing left. So that hip's got to move on the inside. That's got to move back. So the hip moves that way, the hands move that way, and the club move that way, but all in sync. Whereas before, the hand didn't move in at all, the club moved way on the inside, and the hips were moving at all. Yeah? So everything's kind of moving from here. The club's the furthest point away, then my hands, then my hips. Everything now works on an arc this way, yeah? Yeah. So everything's working around like that, yeah? Yeah. It's not straight back or pushing out as you alluded to. Yeah. Okay, makes sense, mate? Right, let's have a couple more then, buddy. We'll see how we do from there. A bit of a rest anyway. So, yeah, more of a push down with the wrist rather than a push out, yeah? Does that make sense? That's it. Very good, mate.